Hello and welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK and I'm so happy that you've chosen to join me for this techniques video. Today I'm going to make this really simple but really effective card using what I will call 3D embossing, and it's so simple because it just uses one embossing folder. So that's all we're going to do. It's really quick, really simple card, and great for, I thought this would be a great guy card for those those guys in your life that just, you need to send a handmade card to, because you send a handmade card to everybody, but they don't want flowers or any fuss. And I thought that was really cool. So that's the guy version. I'm going to make a girly one today because I've got Rich Raspberry ink and Rich Raspberry cardstock, but this is the stamp set I've got, and I've only used a happy birthday, but I love this font. I think it's gorgeous, so I use this quite often. So this is Guy Greetings, and it's one of those stamp sets, and I think it still comes in wood mount, which with the wood blocks. This is the clear mount version, which is red rubber, but you stick onto clear blocks. But I think you can also get this in photopolymer, so if you're a photopolymer kind of girl, then this stamp set could be completely for you. I'm a red rubber girl. I love my red rubber. I'm quite happy with photopolymer, but red rubber is my first love. Love it. So let's make a card. Now I have got a Rich Raspberry card base and a standard Rich Raspberry layer, and then this piece of Sahara sand that's going to hold our sentiment and go across the middle. But the real trick here is our 3D embossing folders. So this one uses the hexagon one, and I'm going to use the layered leaves one today. And these are a little bit different. They're new-ish to Stampin' Up. We've had them for a few months, and they are a little bit different from your standard embossing folders. So your sandwich for your big shot is a little bit different. So let's move all this stuff out of the way, and I'll grab my big shot and we shall get started. So I haven't got a Stampin' Up big shot, and I haven't got Stampin' Up plates on my big shot either, just because I use what I have, and I'm not gonna fork out for a new big shot just for the hell of it when my big shot works. So I have a solo platform on mine, but what you need to do is you need to set your big shot up as if you're going to run an embossing folder through it. So your standard big shot platform, no tabs, no extras, just the platform. And then you need your piece of cardstock, and you're going to pop that inside the embossing folder. Now, one of the things that you can do to help the impression a little bit is you can spritz it with water. I don't tend to find that I need it, and I find that it embosses nice anyway, but you can feel free to experiment with that, and it is advised that that's what you do. I'm just not bothering. So I'm going to pop that straight down directly onto the platform, and I'm going to use one plate on the top, and that is it. You only need one clear plate, because these embossing folders are a little bit thicker than your standard embossing folder. So I'm going to just move my big shot back out of the way before I throw it somewhere, because I am likely to throw it off my desk. And that is the impression that you get from these folders. So if you can see, there's different depths. So this is much more embossed than these leaves, etc. And you get a really cool 3D effect. Now we can enhance that effect using our inks and a sponge. So I'm just going to grab a piece of scrap paper and ink up my sponge, and I'm just going to wipe the ink across the image. Now I'm going to add ink all the way around, and I'm going to ink more at the edges than I am in the middle, just because that's the effect that I'm going to after creating here, with a slightly darker edge. But rubbing the ink over the top just helps to bring out the embossing effect as you kind of catch some bits of the cardstock more than others. So I'm just, that bit in the middle that you can't get. There we go, and that is 3D embossing. How cool is that? Love it. So let's finish our card. We need our sentiment. So I've got that happy birthday already mounted on my block. I'm going to line up that piece of Sahara sand cardstock. I'm using exactly the same. I'm going to stamp that directly onto there. Straight down, straight up. I find the quicker I stamp, the better I stamp. I don't know if I'm odd in that, probably am. And I'm going to fast fuse this embossed layer onto the front of my card, like so. I'm going to grab, for the, what do they call them? Foam adhesive strips. Now I've cut these down to 10 centimetres because that's the sort of length that I tend to use. And I'm going to stick one on the back. You could use standard dimensionals, but I find these, for strips like this, I find them much better because you're not, that strip's going to stay the same. You're not going to get a bit of bowing, and if you stock 2 dimensionals either side, you've got a risk of bowing in the middle. Whereas because I've got that strip that goes all the way along, that cardstock isn't going anywhere in the middle there. And then to finish, I have got the pack of enamel, glitter enamel dots. Now these technically are in Old Olive, Berry Burst, Crushed Curry and Dapper Denim, but that Berry Burst colour is awfully similar to Rich Raspberry. So I think we can probably get away with this. And I'm going to add 3 dots of different sizes onto my card, and that is it done. Simple as that. Quick and easy, simple card for you today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thanks for joining me here at Stampin' by Hannah. Anything that you like the look of that you want to purchase, you can purchase from my online store. Link, as always, is in the down bar below, as is the link over to my blog, stampinbyhannah.co.uk. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe on this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.